So before then, I want to talk about some big news that came out today that I haven't had the chance to talk about because the Warcraft tournament. You guys might notice the shirt I'm wearing. Okay. We got big news. This is massive. It is, okay. I know you're going to do the meme, the ninja meme. It is big though. Specifically,
if you started a
it is a big announcement about our esports team. Mine and Charlie's esports team. Let's take a look.
Company that does nothing but fill the bed of a Ford F-150 with physical cash and burns it twice a day, every day, for 4 years straight. I still don't think you'd lose as much money as being in esports does. Esports is a worse investment than Hawk to a coin. It's an industry that's just this black.
Hold up. We don't know where Hawk to a coin will be in 5 years. That could go up. That has room to grow.
Hole that sucks in money and spits nothing else. It just fully swallows it, never to be seen again. And it's an industry I willingly came into with a big smile on my face 4 years ago, and I've never looked back. For the love of the game, baby. I love this space, even though it's infamous for being impossible to make profit in. It feels like it's almost illegal to make money in esports because pretty much no one can pull that off. That's like finding a fucking unicorn. There's a couple orgs that do squeak out a little bit of a profit through merch sales, but never directly.
I don't even think that's right. I don't think any company is making profit through merch. I think if a company is making profit, it's through like some other business they're a part of. Like maybe it's either like good brand deals. Like some people might make money because they're going to Saudi Arabia twice a year and they have like a crypto sponsor that gave them a few millies. T1, I don't think the merch is what's making them profitable though. I don't think merch is that big of a revenue driver. Like I think Blitz is probably a high earning like vertical for TSM. 100 Thieves did for a while. I think you guys are conflating popular merch with making money on merch. 100 Thieves made money on merch. Excuse me. 100 Thieves had profitable merch. They did not make money on merch. How do we know this? Because they were given 8 figures in capital investment and they don't have any of it and they let go a bunch of their employees. So if they got 8 figures of capital investment and then also were making money on merch, then why did they let people go? Why did they like downsize their esports team? They're making money and they have a huge initial boost? No, I don't think that's working like that. But I look, I don't know enough about T1. I'm not going to pretend I know about Korean esports teams. But as far as NA esports teams, I don't think merch is doing it for anybody.
Through the games that they compete in.
It helps.
Like K-Corp, for example, they win a lot, but the main thing that's making them money is just how engaged that fan base is with purchasing merch and supporting the org as much as they can. So it can be done. It rarely gets done. And I'll tell you right now, sports fans, Moist Esports has never made a single fucking penny. In fact, let's be super open and transparent. Over the last 4 years, I have lost, in total, right around $4.2 million, I believe, across all of the games we've competed in across all of these years. And you know what? I'd do it all over again. In fact, I'm going to continue to do it. And that's what this video is about.
He's a sick man! He's a sick man!
For the last 8 months, we've been kind of in a holding pattern with Moist Esports, not because we were thinking about, how to exit the space or anything, but how to get even more involved in an even bigger way in the space. And I'm very happy to announce that we are fully merging with Shopify Rebellion.
Boom! Can we get 5 booms? My brother just died. That's big news, guys, okay? That's big news. We have fully merged with Shopify Rebellion. Me and Charlie are now co-owners of Shopify Rebellion, which means we have a league team now. I got a league team. You guys got a league team. It's real. It's now. It's today.
Now, you might remember about a year ago,
we have a Dota team. We have a really good challengers team. We have a lot of teams now. We got a lot of teams now.
We dipped our toes into the water. We splashed around in the pool a little bit where we merged our Valorant teams. We combined our Moist Mogul squad and the Shopify Rebellion squad to make a stronger Valorant team overall. And that was smooth, and everything Shopify Rebellion does is exactly what we were already doing with Moist Esports. And you might remember, when U.S. immigration fucked us in the face and we nearly had to lose our Apex roster for the major,
yeah.
The only reason we were able to even still compete was because Shopify Rebellion let us use their facilities in Canada for our squad. So they absolutely saved our fucking bacon. Shopify Rebellion has done so much for us over the last year or so, and so we wanted to explore ways that we could do even more together.
So here's how it works, right? You have an esports team in America for the first half of esports life, I guess from 2014 maybe a little earlier, 2010 even, to 2018, you got investments, all right? You got investments in the promise that this would scale up and we would have local arenas that would sell out and we would have local advertising for every single team. And this is the era where people are spending $10 to $30 million on a league spot, a Call of Duty spot, an Overwatch League spot, right? And how are they spending tens of millions of dollars to get those teams? By getting investors. Then the investors, it took them a decade, are so you made no money for 10 years? And then they stopped doing that. And so then the teams are like, okay, what's next? It was crypto. And then it was FTX team, Coinbase team, crypto.com team, and you had all these what's up, Tio? Guys, welcome. We're talking about esports and how me and Charlie are merging with Shopify Rebellion. So you had all these teams who were getting crypto money, and then the crypto money started to go away. FTX collapsed, right? I think crypto.com, it wasn't doing as good. And Coinbase was just, they're still with Team Liquid, but they're barely holding on. And now the newest era of esports money is Saudi Arabia. It is literally the crown princes who like video games using esports as a way to drive tourism to Saudi Arabia. And so, the literal largest tournaments in the world are all happening there by prize pool. And it's not close. And this is for almost every game. And not only are they the biggest tournaments by prize pool, they also pay teams to show up to these events. And then the teams will sometimes pay the players to show up as well. It might be part of the contract. So a lot of teams are now if they're still around in the esports scene, they've either shrunk a lot, right? They either cut a lot of teams. They might have left the scene altogether. Okay, so teams that have shrunk like TSM, teams that have left altogether, like The Guard, there's more examples. Or they're a team who's now taking as much crypto money and going to Saudi Arabia, like a Liquid or a Cloud9. Now, we're little mom and pop esports team, me and Charlie, okay? We're a mom and pop esports team. We didn't have huge investors. We didn't have crypto sponsors. We didn't have our teams going to Saudi Arabia, right? And getting paid by the government there. So we didn't really have many options to grow as a team until Shopify. Because Shopify has their own esports team, right? Shopify Rebellion. And they don't need to get sponsors. They don't need to do these Saudi Arabia events. Why? Because their whole team is a sponsor. Their whole team exists as a marketing tool of Shopify. So Shopify takes care of them. And if you don't know much about Shopify, they're doing pretty good. Shopify, they are doing quite well as a company. Okay? They are doing quite well as a company. Their stock is doing quite well. They're a publicly traded company. And so anyway, we kind of did this trial run over the past year where our Valorant team, like Charlie said, combined with Shopify's Valorant team, and they knocked it out of the park, to be honest. They knocked it out of the park. Like the what Shopify added in value to our team year over year, not even just expenses and costs and salaries and stuff, but just support for the players was insane. It was a huge level up. And so, the full on merger it felt like a good idea. So I'm happy about where this is going. Because not only does it mean the teams that we currently have are, I think, going to be more supported, it also means we're in more spaces. We're literally in more esports. that we couldn't be before. Like, we could have never gotten a league team before, frankly. It would have cost like $10 million. We could have never gotten a league team before. And now we are in Dota 2, Halo, League of Legends, Rocket League, StarCraft, Street Fighter, Valorant, Apex Legends, Rainbow Six Siege, Smash Bros. Like, we're in all of these. Tio, thank you very much. Have a good night, brother.
So we've been working on how to make this happen, and it's fully happened. Myself, Ludwig, Matt, Danny, and Jeremy from Shopify, we've all been in the lab cooking and are so proud to present this new joint team going forward. They even put together this amazing announcement video for all of it that just goes fucking Insano style.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to show the real one. I don't know why. Charlie's so funny. I don't know why he's showing a like picture-in-picture version of it. I'll just pull up the actual.
Of the greatest esports team of all time. This is the story of the greatest esports team of all time. It started with two spirits, one rebellious, the other moist as heck. Locked in an endless battle to the death. They fought through every game on God's green earth, and every genre you and your brother's, mother's, sister's, cousin has ever heard of. Trading dubs back and forth, like Goku and Vegeta, except both spirits were Goku, to claim the coveted title. Most money burned in esports. This shit got so out of control, it was like everyone lost their damn minds. Until the entire esports cinematic universe literally exploded. All that was left was a memory of what once was. And then out of nowhere, God opened his glorious cheeks, and the most breathtaking angel descended from above. Lud.
Oh shit! Sorry. One sec. Gotta get these on just real quick. All right. Okay.
Everyone, stop! Have you considered that we're wetter together?
Anyway, that's about it. See ya.
That shit's lit. That's a good ass video. All right. Anyway, back to.
So the Moist name is not making the transition over for the partnership, and there's a really good reason for that. You may remember in one of my numerous rants about the injustice and the corruption of US immigration, which has become my anime final boss, to be honest, one of the potential reasons that they were fucking force-feeding me my vegetables and keeping our Apex team out of this beautiful country, this land of the free, home of the cheeseburger, is because the name Moist may have just been a bit too icky for the agent that was handling the case.
Yeah, Moist is a problem. Moist is a problem with a lot of partners, be it sponsors, publishers, the U.S. government. It has a certain connotation, as it were.
According to a few lawyers, that is a very real thing that could have happened. They didn't take it seriously, and they didn't believe the achievements or the reason that they would need to be here competing at the highest level.
Yeah, I brought up Shopify moguls, but it turns out when you are merging with a company that has a $134 billion market cap, calling yourself moguls, less ironic, a little too real.
And it's because the name, potentially, gave them the idea that it wasn't something to be taken seriously, thus they smited us. So, taking the name Moist and putting it with Shopify Rebellion would probably still run us into the same problem, where it's just keeping Shopify Rebellion. We'll never have immigration issues again. At least I don't foresee that happening because they never have. So I think that's going to be blue skies and green grass going forward. And I'm still extremely salty about U.S. integration. Also, to give a little update.
Moist Rebellion, Mogul Rebellion. Okay. We're merging with Shopify, the company. They care more about the Shopify part than the Rebellion part. You know what I mean? They're not in this to promote rebellions as much as they are Shopify. Just if we're looking at a priority list here, at the merger table, like let's imagine you're sitting across Jonathan Spotify, and you're like, cut the Shopify. You're across the table from John Shopify, and you go, cut the Shopify. It's cleaner. That doesn't fly.
Update on the lawsuit. Turns out, suing a government entity like that, not easy. Even in what I think and most people would think through common sense would be a slam dunk case of mishandling. Still not very easy, so haven't been seeing a lot of progress on that front.
The wet, sloppy Shopify insurrection. You know what? I'll bring it up. Because here's the thing, it's never too late. I'll bring that up. I'll bring that up to Jeremy. I'll throw that, I'll slide it on his desk. Wet, sloppy Shopify insurrection. See how it goes.
Unfortunately. So there's that. I have talked about it on stream a little bit, but it super sucks. It really fucking sucks. And hopefully we'll never have to deal with that curse again moving forward, because the name is just going to be Shopify Rebellion. But the Moist Moguls, Moist Esports, everything is still intertwined in the DNA, so you can see it in all of like the branding, the blues. We also, of course, have the mascots now with the Water Drop Mogi and Rebel. So overall, it is still very much ours. It's not like one of those things where a content creator signs with an org and they do absolutely nothing except like occasionally do ads for them or anything. This is still very much Moist Esports, Moist Moguls, but with all the...
We're still shaking ass. We are still shaking ass, okay? And if you want proof outside of maybe the color way or the addition of Mogi to, like, you know, the branding, all of our Melee players came over. All of our Ultimate players came over. They did not have any Smash players, and they were down to sign up all our Smash players. Okay? So it's not like we sold our stake or some shit, got a bunch of money, and then said, you guys run it. This is very much me and Charlie having a lot of control. We got our Smashers. We're basically in the esports that we're passionate about still. And we have a lot of control on that. We got our Valorant squad. And we have a new Valorant squad too. Our Challengers team. Which I think is back-to-back two-time champs. And these guys are back-to-back two-time, third place. About to go higher, though. Show us our league team. Yeah, so I don't think it's been updated because I'm pretty sure my picture should be here for jungler. But, yeah, they'll probably update it soon.
The benefits of Shopify Rebellion being behind it as well, which means we now have a presence in some of the biggest games in the world that felt like a pipe dream for the longest time. People were asking for years if we'd ever be in some of these titles, and now the answer is a resounding yes. We have a fucking League of Legends team.
We got a League of Legends
We have a
team.
Dota 2 squad.
We got a Dota 2
We're making
squad.
our triumphant return to Rocket League.
We're back,
I feel
baby.
like Howard Dean right now. We're going to Washington, Oregon. Blah! But like we are in so many games that we have wanted to be in for so long. We also have a StarCraft 2 team,
Yep.
a Halo team, and something that people have been begging for about 2 years now. We have a Siege team. We have a Rainbow Six Siege team. Not only do we have a Siege team, we have the Siege team, ex-Sonics. I had to really bite my tongue because when it was announced that the Sonics roster would be orgless going forward, a lot of people were asking, will Moist Esports sign them? Because I love Siege. Everyone knows that I'm a big Siege fan. Even though I haven't played it in a little while, I still very much keep my finger on the pulse of it and really appreciate the game a lot. So everyone was asking me to do my best to try and sign Sonics, and I couldn't mention that we were already doing that with Shopify Rebellion. So now, not only are all of our teams, it's extremely fucking exciting. These are only a few of like the most requested games that we get into. And now, we are. So, I'm very excited
Don't
to
ask
start
me to
watching
fire somebody on the day we announce our merger.
partying these tournaments, because coming up we have the Apex World Championship. That's very soon.
It's
That'll
happening
be
in Japan in, I think, a week or
in
two.
Japan. Matt and Danny are going there in person. I, of course, can't fly, and teleportation hasn't been invented yet. Nightcrawler's not real and can't, just blink me there.
They're working on
So
it.
I will be doing the watch parties from here for that. And then right after that, we have the Siege Major. So we're going to be doing a lot more watch parties and a lot more games coming up.
Yeah, we have a lot coming up, actually. I think LTA starts next weekend. Like he said, Apex starts, I think, in a couple weeks. Siege starts in like a little under a month. I think Valo's going to boot up again in maybe about, I think, a little over a month here. So we're going full esports season. And my plan is to watch party a good chunk. We're going to be watch partying. We also Genesis happening in about a month, a little over a month, February 15th, 16th. So yeah, there's a lot. I'll probably be watching as much as I can, but I don't think I'll be watching every single esport. I think that would be too much. But if our teams are, even if it's not an esport I'm very familiar with, I'll probably watch like the large event of it. So example, if our Dota team is in TI, I will watch that. I don't understand Dota, but I will watch that. I'll try to regularly, as always, watch our Valo team, our Smash team, and honestly our League team. If our League team's crushing, I like to watch our League team, so I'll do that for sure. But I at the end of the day, I have my niches that I'm somewhat strong in, and I'll stick to the larger events for the niches I'm not as familiar with.
There's going to be
our Game Changers team, of course.
a lot of
I think that's on break for a bit, though.
big shit on the horizon for the Moist journey in esports. Even if the name's not there, this is still very much our organization. We just have more people in the family now and more teams with us. And it is just something that we have been really excited for. And I'm happy that it's finally here. I get to just openly talk about it because I've been teasing it a little bit on stream, tickling people a bit about it, dropping little breadcrumbs throughout streams about big moves coming in this space for us. And this is about the biggest move we could make. So yeah, really excited. Let's get wet. Let's go fucking ballistic. Hopefully W's out the wazoo.
Out the wazoo.
And yeah, that's really about it. So yeah.
Yeah, that's it, boys. That is it. That's big news. I am wearing the jerseys to large. I'm wearing a large.